Today I got 7 habits for you, and I thought 7 would be a good number because then every day you can try out one during this week, for example. That will help you get more focused and hopefully help a little bit with phone addiction if you're like addicted to just picking up your phone for no reason, or if it's too exciting because there's social media on it or whatever. So let's get to it. Number 1, it like makes so much sense, but a lot of us actually don't do it, and me for the longest time was also not doing it. I was just thinking about like, I think that would like definitely help. And then I started doing it, and I know it's like life changing. Very simple thing. When you sit down to do some focused work, and it doesn't even have to be work. Let's say you sit down because you want to read a book, or you go to the gym and you are there to like work out, or like, do something. You just want to do something with your life in a focused way. The easiest thing to do is just put your phone on do not disturb. Like, so simple. Like, that's it, right? If you don't want to get distracted by your phone and you want to focus on whatever is in front of you, just put it on do not disturb so it will not disturb you. Like, whatever is happening on it is not more important than the thing in front of you in that moment that you want to be focusing on. Like, that's why you decided to do that thing, right? So why would the phone get like the chance to distract you? Number 2, and this I have been doing for years now, is just simply turn off notifications. So for many apps, they do not have to be sending you notifications. Like all of these random, I don't know, like fitness apps, for example, like they want to send you like reminders to work out. Like, do you really need that? Or I don't know, Instagram, social media, like none of those things actually send me notifications. Because I believe that when I want to be interacting with that app, I will open it and then I will see the things that are happening in there. But it does not need to pull my attention when there is something happening. And the only exception would be, for example, phone calls. Because fine, like if you want to call me, don't call me. But if there's an emergency, you should be able to reach me. So it's good to have like phone calls available on a phone. But literally anything else, you gotta ask yourself, does this app deserve to pull my attention whenever it wants? Because that's what you get with notifications, or you can, combine this with the do not disturb. But basically my phone is like very calm because I don't get all of those pings all the time. And that already helps with like not having to pick it up all the time because there's something exciting happening, because it's boring, it's deserted. There's nothing happening until I pick it up and I decide to do something. Then number 3, when I do decide to pick up my phone, it looks extremely boring, and that is for a few reasons. So let's start with 1, which is I have a 1-page home screen. So there's no like 1,000 apps that are like on my phone that I can just instantly access. It's basically I have to remember what apps I have on my phone if I want to open other apps. And the ones that are on the 1 page are the apps that I use every day, so it would be like more annoying and frustrating if I could not get to the thing that I actually want to be doing on the phone. So yeah, I just have one home screen, 1 page with apps on it and like widgets on it that I use every single day. So they also get like actually used, and every single other app is just in that app library somewhere like hidden in your phone. And that is totally fine because I don't want to be hanging out on them anyways. So yeah, I would recommend to try out having just 1 page with apps that you use every single day, and to everything else, you don't delete them, but you just kind of like remove from home screen is I think the thing that you can do to them. And then they are not there, so they cannot be pulling your attention to like play that game, to go on social media, to open that app and scroll a little bit, because it's not there. So you have to like think about it, then you have to like type in the name, you have to open the app, and it's like there's so much more friction that you're like, fine, I won't do it. I'll just like, put the phone away again. Number 4, and again, this is a very simple one that you can like so easily do, and it's like so life-changing. But when I first heard about it, I thought like it's a weird artsy thing, or like, sure, that would make a difference. But basically, when you go to like the design, or like the vibe of your phone, you can also turn off color. And it doesn't have to be black and white, although some people say that works the best. But I, for example, like pink. So I just turn my phone like this kind of, it's kind of like this background, kind of like very calm, pinkish, brownish color. So literally all of my apps have that color, and they don't have like the, now I have to think what color apps usually have, but I think Instagram is like that vibrant pink. Then Spotify did the disco ball thing at one point, and normally it's green. And I don't know, your mail has the color, and the one notification thingies, colorless. Everything is just like boring, but for me it's still like enjoyable to look at because it's not like you have to hate your phone to like open it. It can still be, an enjoyable experience to be on your phone, but not in a way that the apps keep pulling at your attention, because that's why all the vibrant colors are there for them, right? So for me, they just look boring, kind of calm. That is, I think, a really important thing, that they look calm. And yeah, I did not believe that this would like make a difference or really do anything except like make it harder to like recognize my apps. But yeah, now I just have one page, like I said before, and all the apps are ready supposed to be, you could say. So I know which one is where, and they don't have to need like a special color. I know that some people even go like further when they just have like links basically on their phone screen, and there's just like a few buttons and like that's everything. I did not feel the need to go that far, because again, my apps are not calling my name basically anymore, so it's already calm enough as it is. And I still know what certain apps look like. I just don't know what color they have anymore, because again, I don't see their color. So to give the example of the Spotify disco ball, for me, just kind of boring pink. It's not shiny, it's not doing anything special, so it's not calling my name. Number 5, and I have mentioned this before, to create more friction when it comes to the apps that you don't want to be using. I use an app called Screen Zen, and what you can do in that is you specify the app, and then you can set like these certain annoying little things that you have to do before you can open the app, and then it will also have like a time limit, and it will just close off. So I have that, for example, for Instagram, because I do use it for work and to like, stay in touch with people, but I don't want to be using it just to scroll. So what I have is, it takes, I think, it like shows a screen like, why am I checking this? And if I'm like, oh, I noticed that I just picked it up because of, it still called my name after all of those other things that I mentioned. It still called my name just to click on it and scroll. I will go, oh, maybe I don't want to open it. And then I can still close it before like, all the reels pop up. And then the next thing is, when I say yes, I actually want to go ahead and open it because I know why I want to open it. It will take 5 or 10 seconds, and you can also set this yourself. So how long you want to be like annoyed and waiting, because you basically just stand there like staring at your screen like, and now we're opening. And it kind of also makes you question again if I actually want to be in that app. So then Instagram opens, and then I can use it like normal, and I have it set for 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes it will close. So even if I went there because I wanted to check something out, or I wanted to post something, and let's say the posting took me a minute, because let's be realistic, if it's already prepared, it's not going to take forever. And then I have 4 more minutes that I could technically get distracted and just scroll through reels, and then it's only a 5-minute thing, not a 2-hour thing or 3-hour thing, so it's more contained, and that really helps me to stay more focused on what things are actually important to me, because again, it's not calling my name. And even if I have been like in that mode of like totally distracted, it's 5 minutes, and then I can get back to whatever I actually was doing, or whenever I actually came on Instagram, because it will close down, and then you can like do it again if you want. But yeah, there are like limits, so it's really, really helpful to stay on track with what you actually care about. Then the last 2 things are not necessarily just for your phone, but also for your computer. So number 1 is to have a focused browser. And what I mean by that, if you're like me, or if you have watched some other videos of mine, you know that I don't try to like be this perfectly organized person. I think it's okay to be human, and one of the things that most humans like to do is to have 1,000 tabs open. So like, hands up if you have 1,000 tabs open. It's all okay. But when I want to do focused work, it's usually not helpful to have 1,000 thingies circulating around on my screen. So what I do is have a focused browser just for that task. So I will open, just like literally you just open a new browser tab, not a tab, a browser with no tabs open yet. And then you want to open the things that you're actually working on. And it might turn into like, again, like many, many tabs, because you're researching something, you're actually want to like look up something else, blah, blah, blah. And that's totally fine. But now this browser, this window, this screen that you're looking at only shows you what you are working on, what you want to be focusing on. And that is like super helpful for me to like not get distracted and sidetracked. And like I said in the beginning, things are on do not disturb, so also notifications are not popping up constantly to like get you distracted, whatever. So all I see on my screen is just this thing that I actually want to be focused on. And that is like, again, life changer, but it's so simple. And again, I don't have to close my 100 tabs because they can be somewhere, floating around somewhere in the background. But I can now focus on the thing that is important to me. And lastly, my newest obsession is shortcuts. So on your phone, you can create shortcuts, which are like these little buttons, for example, that you can press, and then like a lot of things will happen on your phone. And the easiest way to like imagine it is when you're like saying to your phone to like set a timer for 5 minutes and it will do it. That is like what's like not what it's like supposed to be doing. Like that is so basic, but you can make it like so fancy and whatever. For example, when I wake up, it shows me the word that I chose for this year, which is savor. So the first thing I see in the morning is savor the day, and then the next thing is, if I want, I can press the button on my screen and it will show me 3 quotes from all the books that I have read before. So it's basically 3 quotes from all the highlights that I own from the things that I read. So I can get a little bit of motivation to get the day started. There's one that shows me pictures that I have taken on this day in all the previous years. So if I want to like go, okay, what have I done on this day in the past? It's like really cool to just look back. It's also sometimes nice for content to be like, hey, look, this is what I did 10 years ago on this day. So it's like, again, just a really cool, fun button, basically. You can use it also with AI these days. So you can actually get like a summary of your day, a summary of the emails that you got while you were asleep. Again, the options are endless. You can also ask AI what kind of shortcuts would make sense for your phone, for your life. And again, it helps with focus, because now the first thing that I do when I wake up is not just like, I don't know what I will be doing today, I don't know what's going on. It's, I see the word that I set out to like embrace this year. I see things that are important to me. I see my to-do list. I can reflect on things and I can like, let's go. So that's really helpful for me. And let's say part B of this thing is automations. So these things are like, what I mentioned so far is more like shortcuts, because they just do things on your screen, but it's not really like automated in that sense, because you still have to like choose to click it, whatever. It's not important if you don't understand the tech part, by the way. It doesn't make any difference. But automations are really things where you do things repeatedly, manually, and it's really not necessary to be doing it in that way. It could be done automatically. That's why it's an automation. And it can save you so much time and like mental energy and effort to not have to like think through all of these things. So I also really enjoy automations when it comes to my focus, because again, it would just do all the like not important tasks for me, and then all I see is what I actually want to be focused on. So those are my 7 tips for getting more focused work done, to actually focus on the things that really matter. That's why I actually decided to record this video, to really just show you the ways in how I work more focused, so that afterwards I can just spend time on like fun stuff and really do the things that matter to me, instead of technology constantly like pulling me in and like, distracting me from what I actually want to be doing. They might not all be exactly right for you as well. That's why I said it's 7 days. Sounded like a cool idea. So you can just test them out and see how it feels. And sometimes, when you get started, there might be a little bit of friction. There might be a little bit of, I don't know if it really works. So you can also give it a few more days. But yeah, basically in a week, you could have a new set of tiny little habits that you can use to be more focused. And if you do, please let me know in the comments how it went.